they kind of know, that they want their transactions to work where in their jurisdiction and be uncensored, and it just needs to work wherever they're doing business. So there are certain countries that are very favorable to the American stablecoins that reside in an American bank with a direct, U.S. you know oversight and multiple agencies. That's how we operate. We're in America. We prefer the American stablecoins. Um, but there's a whole section of the world that specifically wants the stability and ease of a US dollar without the fear that they're going to get their transaction blocked or censored. And they're perfectly legitimate, by the way, most of these. Um, and so, and also for regulatory reasons, they want to use kind of the international stable coin. It's kind of like euro dollars, right? And so I think you will see, right now it's USDC and USDT. I think they have a pretty good first mover advantage, and they'll probably remain 1 and 2 for a while. But I think we could see some emerging competitors in the next, uh, you know, 12 to 24 months. Whether it's PayPal with their massive, 400 million users being able to distribute their stablecoin, or maybe a big tech company, a couple of years ago, Facebook tried to come out with a stablecoin and distribute it across their apps. That could totally happen again. That would be, billions of users. They have like 3 billion monthly active users that they could distribute to if they decided to do such a thing. There's also a consortium of companies, including Robinhood and several others that are looking at kind of doing a consortium stablecoin for their products. Everybody wants to get into this business and get a piece of the economics, because the truth is that the stablecoin issuers are the most profitable businesses per
Capital.
employee. They're the most efficient, profitable companies in the entire industry, and quite frankly, maybe like in the entire world. I mean, I think Tether just makes like just literally billions of dollars with like, I don't know, 100 employees or something like that. It's like completely insane. Um, and the business model is that they can invest into, maybe treasuries and get all of that yield while paying a fraction of it to their users of the stablecoins, and providing the service of being a stablecoin supplier and complying with all the necessary rules and regulations that change over time.
Yeah. But just imagine like the ability to send money to anywhere in the world at any time, and then be able to program that money to be smart. Because money today is not smart. You can't teach it to do things. You can't say, send 20% of this at the end of every month to this person and 40% of it here. But that's what's possible with the stable coin. The value of the stable coin is stable because it's locked to something underneath, but it has all the features that a blockchain brings. And so we've always felt that stablecoins were going to be one of the biggest use cases, and that's actually coming true just now. And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
One other thing to add is that there is like pending legislation. Um, there's, I think, it's going through Congress right now. A couple of senators and many people are signing on. But a few years ago, you might remember, like stablecoins got a bad name because there was this concept of an algorithmic stablecoin, most notably Terra Luna, that blew up, and basically it just, the algorithm didn't work. There were some flaws in the risk management system. The thing went to zero, and overnight, tens of billions of dollars of value disappeared and caused a cascading effect in our industry. This new legislation, I believe, is going to make it pretty clear that the correct and allowed stable coins are going to be the ones with US dollars in a bank account under regulatory oversight. And that will be much more secure and safe and trustworthy to use, in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah, good point. So one of the questions we've been getting is, as we expand from just digital assets, where we spent the better half of the last decade becoming like